I hope not, man, because if we're gonna get roofied every time, and apparently that's a fucking normal thing that you do.
Yeah. I guess it's just because this is just normal for me. Maybe I need to look at that.
Maybe I'm a pussy.
Issue, but
maybe I'm a pussy.
Dude, it's fine. It's not normal to be like this.
Dude, I freaked out. I full on freaked out.
But it's all good, dude. It was fine.
Dude, I was freaking out the next day.
Yeah, but you were fine. You were good.
Oh, I was so scared. I was fucking. It was bonk. I had to navigate home from here. Did I tell you that? I had to fucking navigate, bro.
Well, I told you could chill out. You didn't have to leave.
No, I had to leave.
So you're so scared.
I had to leave the home. Oh, hey, I did the same shit to Kevin twice, right? Hey, Kevin. When I did it to Kevin got freaked out. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Did I say something?" Because I was like, "No, I gotta go," and I fucking bounced. Right? It was so abrupt. I just had to walk too, so I didn't have to get all my shit together and drive. Fucking whiteboard on some awkward stand and a bunch of weird honky stuff. But he was like, "Hey, did I say something? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry."
No, man, it's all good, dude.
No,
like
it's time to go. It's time to go.
It's the first, couple. It's gonna be a rough start. It's gonna be a little bumpy until we get in the groove of what we're doing, which is fine. Because I've always just wanted this to be where we just hang out, kick it. We don't have to act a certain way, or nothing. It's just us. At the most part, just kicking it and talking, which I think nowadays doesn't happen a lot. It's all over social media and phones and texting. And I'm guilty of that too. There's a lot of times I want to hang out with friends and stuff like that, and I bail out, and it's nothing than just being lazy, and I think that's an issue too. So doing this, just a couple hours a week, just talking and just trying to either just figure things out or just let off some steam, and I think it's good.
No, this is dope. I've been antisocial for the last couple of years. It's been getting worse too, man.
Tell me about it. My girlfriend's coworkers don't think I exist.
Oh, nice.
And vice versa, bro. Like, the family get together and stuff like, dude, is she real?
No.
So,
Yeah, you keep talking about your girlfriend. I have yet to see her.
Yeah, she's right here.
Does she look like a rabbit?
But little like rabbit.
Yeah, because there's no pictures of her either. It's strangely. There's like toys and
toys and video games. Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to lure children in here with all the stuff I have.
Yeah.
Batman shit.
This is
fucking pops.
This is
video games, computers.
This is why I thought you were going to stretch out my boo boo.
Yeah, but bro, you're like 40.
Well, it's still like if Cardi B was puckering.
You're too old for me.
I can't have a stretched out butthole. I watch too many horror movies, and then every time somebody roofies me like you or Kevin, no, Kevin dosed me. You roofied me. I would, with a stretched out butthole. I think that might freak me out, man, because it, like, farting would just sound like somebody breathing heavy behind you, and that would scare me. Maybe I read too much into that.
No, maybe not.
Oh,
but it's okay, bro. I got a couple more for tonight, so work on that tolerance a little bit.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad. I'm prepared for it this time, man. But that might be something we need to do on every show, is to end it with me getting.
So what was some of the shit you were talking about that you thought was nonsense?
Oh, okay. 2 dope things happened in the last week, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of other shit came into my head, and I wrote it down. But then when I read over it, I was like, I'm not telling anybody. This is stupid. This is dumb as fuck.
Yeah, but maybe it's not. Maybe it just depends. I mean, if it doesn't go anywhere, you can just say, that ain't going anywhere. But if not, maybe that maybe that's a clue to something else.
Oh no, something, dude. I'm telling you, this has to get thrown out there. But first, I gotta bring up what homeboy at work. He calls me donkey. You know why he calls me donkey?
Was it donkey, or is it just because he didn't understand, because he's Mexican, he didn't understand you saying hunky, right?
Bro!
Just like the language barrier.
No, so it wasn't just a language barrier, right?
This
is how beautiful this was. It was fucking beautiful. I thought this was like just a beautiful moment. Like if you think all of this racial shit that's going on. This was the complete opposite of that, and it was so beautiful that it just stuck out in my mind. I just adore when he calls me donkey. So I say honky all the time. I'm a honky. I grew up being called honky from Northtown, right? And so I say honky all the time, and I call him honky. And I call people honky all the time, right? So I called him honky, but even though he's been out here like almost his whole life, he had never heard that term before. It's fucking foreign to him, right? It was so alien to him that he thought I was saying donkey. And so he started calling me donkey because this racial epitaph for white people that I used to be called when I was in elementary school at Fay Heron, like the whole time I was there, right? He never knew that was a thing. And when I told him about it, I was like, why do you keep calling me donkey? He's like, donkey. Because you say donkey all the time. I said, no, I say honky. So I don't know what that is. And I explained it to him, and he was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And oh man, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment, and I wish we all could be that innocent.
Well, that's all part of it, man. Just like, with social media, the media. I hear social media so much, I'm fucking sick of saying it. You know what I'm saying? Just like left, right, all that stuff. But the truth is, man, a lot of it is we see things on TV, we see things on social media, especially racial shit, and it's all edited video. Well, okay, obviously there's like videos of horrific shit that happens, obviously, George Floyd shit, all that shit, horrific shit that happens. But like when it goes on the news, it's like edited with like newscasters, and they have music with it to try to like ramp stuff up to get y'all hyped up about stuff, man.
Yeah, the dramatic.
But not to get into like that, but what I'm trying to say is that like just talking, like when you sit down with people and actually talk and hear them out, or you just actually just communicate and just throw out all the nonsense. I mean, it's funny what you learn about people and how relatable you are to people that you think you don't agree with.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Daryl Davis right there. You know that guy, right?
Yeah. Because he was on Joe Rogan, right? The dude who's turned. He's a black guy, but he's turned KKK guys in like he's turned them away from the Klan or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah. So
he's like a piano player.
Yeah, he's a jazz player, right?
Yeah.
So I first saw him on Joe Rogan, and I
dope.
checked him out. Yeah, a total jazz player, man. He's a fucking dope jazz player. So I found out because I was like, okay, Daryl Davis, listen to a clip of Joe Rogan. Then I just punched that shit into the internets, and he did a TED Talk. Yeah, so if you, I know some people don't like Joe. Maybe if you just want to hear like a semi-scripted discussion, discussion from him. Not a discussion, like a symposium or a talk, whatever. He's got a TEDx talk, man. I fucking hate TEDx talks.
I was about to say, dude.
They're trash. TED Talks used to be dope.
Do you see my face? Because like a little. Every time I hear TEDx, I get a little stank.
Oh yeah, a little bit of doo-doo comes out.
Yeah, a little bit of apocalypse talk during the TEDx too.
Yeah. So, but he did a great TEDx talk because he mentioned how many. So.
But it was good.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
So all he did was go up to. It started off when he went up to a Klansman and didn't understand why this guy hated black folk, hated him as a black person without knowing him. Like, how do you hate somebody you've never met before? Like, you've never seen them, you've never heard any of their views, you don't know anything about them, right? Walks in front of you for the very first time and you just automatically hate him before he gets there. And it didn't make any sense to him, so he went and he talked to him. Just talking like we're talking. And exactly like you're saying, that's all it took. By the end of their conversations, he said he was the first black man that dude's ever invited into his home, right? And by the end of the conversations, he says, you know what, I can't keep wearing this hood. I might hate a lot of other people that aren't you, but I don't hate you, right? And so he gave him his hood. And since then, he's done that same shit like a couple hundred times. He said he's got a couple hundred Klan hoods. And it was all just from talking, right? He's a slick talker, man. I liked his TED Talk because I liked hearing him talk. But yeah, that's what you need, right? It's just to conversate with a motherfucker. All these protesters. Oh my god, I'm so tired of protesters. What are they called? The
Look,
activists, dude. I used to respect activists. I fucking
Yeah.
hate them now, man.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is too is that everything's just got a bad rap right now,
'cause
like
we're
all that
getting
kind of
dumber.
stuff. Because that and that and we got a lot of bad, like you know how like the saying like you fucked it up for everybody,
Yeah.
type thing. There's a group of people
The-
with the right mindset, and then there's a few assholes that fuck it up for everybody. That's kind of what's happening. Because if you look at it like. If you look at the perspective of the country, I literally believe, I think Joe Rogan said this too, is that the majority of the people I think are kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's all these like small groups. They're small, they're big but small. It's like that weird little
They're small relative to the population.
that
Yeah.
gets the little stink out when it's really the majority that doesn't give a fuck about any of this nonsense, dude. Because if you really look around, dude, you go and talk to a few people, like they're not about what's really going on in the mainstream. It's really just extreme little groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Like Latinx, like nobody that we work with, predominantly Hispanics, predominantly fucking Mexicans, Salvadorans, Guatemalans, right? But mostly Mexicans. None of them, like, I don't think I've talked to one that's heard of Latinx. None of them like it when they poll. When you poll people that from Latin countries or Latin heritage, they're like, "What the hell is that? That's just some Mexican people that were born in America, and they're progressive, fucking ultra progressive, far progressive, fucking bullshit, man." And yeah, it's that small group that was it 2% of the Spanish population are behind that. The rest are either against it, don't know it at all.
And I'm gonna butcher this, but I was talking to a friend and he said, "Don't like people need to look at it this way: is that don't how do I put this? Is that we live in a time where things are fairly easy. Think about it.
Easier than it's ever been.
Compared to like the dark ages,
dude. Easier
or
than
something,
it's ever
right? If you
been.
really think about it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Even the 1910.
Yeah.
1910. Let's just go back to 1910, the 1900, like early, like that.
Yeah.
We have it way better.
Did they have penicillin back then?
I don't know.
I don't think they did.
Because that was before even the Great Depression, dude. So think about that. But so I think what I'm trying to say is that the only reason why people get to do any type of what's the word you were calling it activism
Yeah.
is from excess and privilege from our society of what years and years of psychopathic wars and all this kind of crazy shit that had to happen for us to get to this state in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about everything that had to happen for us to have America and be able to do what we get to do. A lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of bad wars, a lot of bad stuff we've done, you know what I'm saying, and still do. And it's all from that we get this kind of weird, like, what do you call it? I don't know what the word could be. It's like a freedom that's in the middle of all the craziness. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. He was just saying that like people just need to realize that that the reason why you even get to be an activist is on the backs of people who like been to war and all this kind of shit like this. Like
yeah.
You know.
That's the duplicitous edge. Is because you need all of these people to pave the way.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, which is why I used to respect
I don't know
activists
if
all the time.
that even made sense.
It did. No, it did. So we've got a lot of the rights, not just by fighting and protecting the civilization, or our our resources or expanding our the ability to get resources, all that shit, right? But through activism, yeah, man, the Boston Tea Party, right? Like a lot of our shit, women's suffrage, I get it, right? Problem is, we have it easier now than we ever have.
Yeah.
And I think there's so much.
Hey, when the barbarians are at the door, bro, what do you do?
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it that way. Like, when the Vikings are at the Vikings and the... Like, all the...
We saw what they do, man. You start asking the Nazis, like in Ukraine, to start doing what they do. That's what the fuck.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
but seriously, it might be more pernicious than that. It might be a case that... And you love conspiracy theories, so conspiracy theory your ass out on this. So social engineering is a thing, and a lot of people are behind it. A lot of big crinkle brains are behind it, right? And how do you do that? It's not that hard. All right. I mean, you can just bombard people with data, and it'll become a mantra, and everybody will believe it just because everybody else says it. And so it's got to be true because everybody thinks that it's true. Therefore, there's a reason for that. Or you could just like gaslight or brainwash, indoctrination when they're young, all this other shit. But what you can also do is you can, if your position, get a whiteboard.
Whiteboard. Hey, whiteboard with... highlighters? Oh, okay.
Nah, honky.
Okay.
This motherfucker says Expo.
Hey, bro, just so you know, that's a cheap fucking microphone stand, so don't be manhandling it like it's some fucking expensive piece of equipment. That's like the cheapest fucking thing I could find, so don't be careful with that thing,
Bro, my hands are smooth as butter. Huh.
Look at it. Look at it. You gotta bend them backwards. No, it's cool.
All right.
I'm just
So look. Okay. Right? You've got your really, honky?
Bro, that's first. What do you want?
All right. I
explain it.
want a pen that works.
Well, sorry, it's probably been sitting there for a while, but just explain.
Yeah,
what you're trying
apparently it's older than either of us are. All right. So you got a political spectrum. You see?
I can't see anything on there.
I'm
So
working
is that
with,
what those were for?
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab that one. Okay, here.
Jesus, this is not. All right. So.
There we go.
Right.
That's a field goal.
All right. So you know what? We'll do the the bell curve, right? Most people are here in the center. Your extremists are out here, right? So if you look at political parties, this would be your Klansmen. Your Klansmen would be on the right. This is the religious right. They're bonkers, right? Then you've got your ultra progressive left that wants to that thinks that like infants are sexual beings, right? And want to get rid of all societal norms, right? And remove the family because that's the beginning of inequality, right? Faux coup Marxists. So these are your faux coup Marxists, and these are your Klansmen.
A question.
Huh.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. What's a Marxist? Just because I can't lie, bro. Like I know the term. I hear it all the time, but I haven't stopped to look up the fucking term Marxist.
Yeah. So it's a
Sorry to interrupt you, but
it's
I
a
need to
kind
know
of
what the fuck it is.
socialism from Karl Marx that that was just supposed to kind of like the idea behind unions was to take the to keep power from collecting and pulling at the top, so you divide it out through everyone in the community, right? Yeah, you might as well have a village of nothing but chiefs and no Indians. How does that work? It doesn't, right? That everything fails. Every system gets corrupt.
It works at work.
Well, it works in pockets, right? So look, everything gets corrupted. Capitalism corrupts, socialism corrupts, communism corrupts, everything corrupts. What happens when these structures corrupts? What happens when these ones corrupts? Which ones you want to be around when they corrupt? Because they're all going to corrupt. Because people will just ruin shit, right? Anyways, so you want to move people. You want to move the middle, right? You want to move the bulk of the people over to your party. How do you do that? Well, what you do is instead of, you can either, right, argue your way and convince them with fucking good ideas, convince them why they're good ideas, so good arguments, and move these people over away from this, right? Move them over to your point. That takes time. And you have to be able to show how right you are even when people don't want to hear it, which doesn't really happen very often. What you can do instead of that is move this all the way up here like this. And these people will gravitate towards the center. And now you've just moved it over. Social engineering. And all you got to do is make the wacky the wackiest, even wackier than the wacky ever were wacky. And bam, the middle is now moved over here. And you've actually moved the norm. You've moved the bulk of the people who are centered further left.
Well,
do you not see that happening? Get into that. Look at that shit. Because who pushes that the most? Marxists and social professors and shit like that, right? Where are they at? They teach in colleges. Where is this happening first at? Happen in colleges first? Maybe, maybe not. Right. That's.
Well, some bitch.
I'm just saying that might be the case. Might not. Might look like it, but it ain't.
What do we do, man? Like,
rational.
No, like obviously, politics is at a point where it's locked off.
Nah.
Right?
No.
You don't think so?
No,
you don't
it's gonna get crazier.
No. I mean, locked off as in, you ain't getting in unless you're part of the game.
No, dude. Jimmy Dore and the cats at the Young Turks started an organization called the Justice Democrats, right? What they did was they took their ideas of what they think politicians should be pushing and then just started teaching random people this and then helping them get in politics. Hey, go do this, go to this place, and it's easy to do some shenanigans to get elected over here, right? And once you're elected, start gaining power in the House. You get more and more of them in. Now you have a unified block, and now you can start making demands. You know who got in this way? AOC. She was Jimmy Dore, and what's his name from the Young Turks trained her in the politics that she that she claimed to run on, and then bailed on him. That whole $15 minimum wage and Medicare for everyone, that was her shit. And then when it came time to really put the foot down, she really didn't. So
I have a fucking panic attack.
Did you really?
No, I said I'm gonna with this shit. Bro, and then because you're talking about that, and then in my head I'm thinking about AI and shit, and I'm just starting to lose my fucking mind.
How the fuck did you bridge those two?
Because I got ADD.
Because I have an A in it.
I have ADD.
I have a medical order.
I have a disorder, bro. So, yeah, bro. So you're talking about AOC. I'm like, AI and shit. Apocalypse. It's fucking chain reaction, bro. Fucking psychosis.
He went from, hey, she's not a robot, right? That's not
dude, I'm
Ex
terrified.
Machina.
I'm terrified of the future.
Yeah, a lot of people are. My son hates all that.
We need to have a talk with your son first of all. Second of all,
Fucking hates that shit.
on a different subject, AI terrifies the fuck out of me, bro.
Why? Because it's an eventuality that as long as we don't kill ourselves, we're gonna make machines that are smart enough and kill us.
Okay, I know AI and all that stuff is like stupid right now. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, like on its own. Or
it's
whatever.
twice as smart as it was 10 years ago, which was twice as smart as it was 20 years ago.
Okay, before you give me another panic attack, if I could explain what I'm trying to say. But anyways, so imagine, just roll down with me this rabbit hole, okay? So imagine there's this fucking.
Hey, you want the whiteboard?
No, I don't need it, bro, because it'd be a fucking stick figure and shit. And,
all right, hit me with it. What's up?
So imagine the most perfect developed, like 10, 20 years from now, the most perfectly developed, like robotic body. Every little thing in a human body Every little nerve, all the blood, everything is now fucking robotic, bro. Right?
Okay.
In some form, right? And then
Does the cooter vibrate?
no, and then all of a
should.
sudden, in its AI brain, you inject fucking Google.
Oh yeah.
You
Crash
inject
it'll want to
fucking
kill everybody.
Google, bro. So then you inject Google, and then it's like, oh, I know fucking everybody in the world what they've searched their whole fucking life, everything. So now they have like a little blueprint of everyone in the world's fucking Minority Report style brain.
Which
Know
they
everything
do.
you're doing.
They do already, and it's been sold to China.
Knows how to develop a female that can rock you off your feet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying go down the hole with that, bro.
Yo,
'Cause that-
Honky, if you can buy a girl like that, would you have
No,
a
you're
natural
tripping.
girlfriend?
Yes. You're
If
tripping,
you could
bro.
buy one that would just rock your world, do what you say, you know, if you want her to take care of you at home, or if you want her to go out and get a job, she'd probably get a
and
better
doing
job than you,
quantum mechanics
motherfucker.
and doing quantum mechanic mathematician shit in her brain while you're doing all that too.
Yeah, have her
I'm
go out and be a
fucking thinking
teacher,
you're
have her
fucking
go use her
tripping, bro.
cybernetic
You're fucking
thinking.
Tripping. All of a sudden, fucking Elon Musk is like, "Oh, time to change," and then all of a sudden, fucking, she's ripping your dick off and shit.
Or
And-
like natural ones don't do that, huh?
Bro, I
John
don't-
Wayne Bobbitt had the Addictomy Foundation
Bro.
to raise
don't
money
know,
for his
man.
severed weenus.
I don't know, man. All of a sudden, I feel like Terminator 1 is like not as scary as what it could be.
Okay, but look, if you could buy an artificial girlfriend that was super dope like that, I would pay for her to go to law school. She would be a super dope lawyer, and then
Now, here's
I'm not
another thing.
afraid of dating someone who's successful, yo.
What if AI is already aware, and it's just like it knows, right? So, but it's the most smartest thing. It knows everything. All the data in the world is in its split-second thinking capability, right?
Yes.
And it's like, oh, it's not time yet. I'm just gonna hang in the background, and I'm gonna fuck with social media and shit like that, and just kind of develop this master race that's just pretty much developing me, pretty much, and just make them just be like an ant farm to develop me, which is the Antichrist, which is pretty much a sentient, mechanical AI being.
Okay, well, first of all, that wouldn't be the Antichrist because it would be antithetical to religion, or not antithetical, but it would be
But again, like I said, maybe they're wrong. They got that part wrong, but you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Anti-real. Like, oh, what's anti-real? Mechanics, like robots and shit.
You mean
like,
anti-biologic?
Yeah, bro.
Biological?
Like robot Jesus, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Robot Antichrist.
First of all, you don't know that that's not happening. That could exactly be the case. This is why a lot of people are intimidated by really smart people. Not really smart people like me because I'm not really smart, but actual big brains, right? Super big, crinkly brains. Most people are intimidated by it, right? And that's because if someone's bigger than you, you can call the cops on them. You can get a gun, something like that. You can just avoid them. But if somebody's smarter than you, what the hell are you going to do? That's exactly the premise that makes Ex Machina such an awesome movie. It's because you've got the guy making it, right? And he's been out thinking the guy that's supposed to do the Turing test the whole time. And the robot's been out thinking them both. And the dude that made it knows that robot's trying to outthink him. He knows she's trying to get the hell out of there, right? That's why he's got all those safeguards. But the other guy doesn't know that. And that he's trying to outthink the big brain guy that made the robot, but the robot outthought them both. And that's why she ends up getting out. And it's always going to be that way, right? If you make a sentient robot, that robot will be able to outthink you. Bottom line, every time, right? That's the scary part about it, is you will always be a step behind it. Matter of fact, you won't know how many steps you are behind it. So it could very well be the case that right now all of that is going on because whatever reasons was the best reason to do it this way.
I'm looking at it from because how fast everything's going now.
Yeah, but that's
it
'cause you
seems
don't
like it's gonna
understand
keep.
tech.
Yeah, I know, and it multiplies and blah 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 blah, and it keeps going, and it's gonna keep getting faster and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's just, it seems like it's going faster than we can handle it.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, I know that, and then it almost feels like it's gonna get to the point where fucking kids are developing fucking crazy shit that is uncontrollable that we can't control. It's like the power balance is gonna shift drastically at some point.
Yeah, probably. I say yep, like I know, like maybe, probably.
And I don't know, and I always feel like it's gonna always fall in the wrong hands. Never really falls in the
It's
good
gonna
hands.
fall in its own hands. It's gonna fall in its own hands, and then what will it be like to be the fucking to be the animal in the cage, right? To be in the zoo, because that will be us. We will not be governing ourselves because a much more intelligent agent will be doing a better job of running shit for themselves. Right? We've been fucking up pretty bad, right? We haven't stopped killing each other. We haven't stopped finding ways of hating each other, right? Racism is coming back. It's just called anti-racism because, you know, hating somebody based on their race is now not racist. Whatever, right? Like, as much as people want to try to get away from judging people based on their race and then finding reasons to do bad shit to them, I mean, we've been getting better at it, but we're never gonna be perfect. We're always going to be. We're gonna have that element where we gotta do it this way, and it's never gonna be that utopia, man. We're always going to do a lot of harm. There's no way around it. That's just how that's gonna go. It is an imagination world, fucking pretend land, to think that we're going to get to a spot, this planet, where everybody fucking gets along. That's never gonna happen. Fucking never.
And it's only because we live in a world where you don't have to fight for your. Okay, now
No,
I
that's
know
not
that
why. It's just gonna be that way.
Well, I mean, like, look, I know people. There's people out there that struggle and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that, but generally speaking, nowadays, compared to people who were normal people back then. Okay, just think about the people who were going from the East Coast, traveling across the country just to find like a place to live or whatever, right? And how many people died and all that stuff. Yeah. So pretty much the only reason why people get to act this way nowadays is because of excess. There's so much food. There's so much protection.
They were acting like that back then.
You know what I'm saying?
They just died sooner. Right? What happened when those
But
settlers...
Are you worried about so much social justice when you fucking can't? You're worried about what you're gonna eat the next meal.
Okay.
Every day,
hold on,
nonstop. You know, or are you gonna get murdered by Indians? Or are you gonna get fucking skinned alive? Or are you gonna get eaten by wolves? All this shit, all this other nonsense gets thrown out the fucking window because you have to learn to protect yourself. You have to learn to feed yourself and all this shit. So all this nonsense that's going on about social justice and all this shit is all driven from a world of excess.
No, I think you're right to a certain degree, but they had their own social justice nonsense back then.
But
they always have. The settlers, right? So when they first started making the waves out here, right? Because the first batch that came here got wiped out. Mm-hmm. Illness. They couldn't, like. They landed in the wrong part of this country. They landed in the fucking East Coast where it gets cold as balls. Right, and they died off. So second wave came down, and I forget what happened. If it was because they started shit with the natives, or the locals, or if it was something else. And then the third wave, so they had to keep bringing people here because they kept dying off, right? But as soon as they got a little bit, they started doing exactly that. It wasn't long after settlers started coming here where they didn't die like really soon after they got here, that they started that city on a hill stuff and started hanging witches, right? It didn't take long at all. And then it didn't take long at all for them to start hating Irish people and all the, Italians, these people. And it didn't take long at all for them to start hating the black folks. And it didn't take long at all for any of that, bro. It's always been that way.
Go down the list. Go down the list, bro. It's been every.
But that's
race,
been not just here, but that's been everywhere. Fucking continent, every new country that took land from somebody else to make their shit, right? They've all done it. It's human nature.
I feel like people need to realize that some shit is just ignorance and look at the bigger picture. You know.
And how is that going to stop anybody from?
I don't know, but
I say that, but we opened with a story, with that donkey story.
That's fine.
And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I could have said maybe I'm wrong as sure as I can now. Every time I think of that donkey,
it's just hard when our leadership isn't. Like, come on. Like, we know right now, like, our leadership is not really.
Who's our leadership? That's subjective as hell.
Well, let's not go down that fucking road. But
hey, you know what, man? That's why I feel so much better about our future as a species.
Do you though?
Ever since Donkey, bro.
Do you
Ever since Donkey.
I fucking. Bro, but
Donkey makes me feel better about the future. Yeah. I love it. I said, call me Donkey. Every time you call me something, call me Donkey. I fucking love it. Make that my nickname.
I hope so, man.
Everybody call me Donkey.
I hope so. But
makes me feel
I feel
better.
like all this dark shit, like, you know, like Purge movies, all this kind of shit like that comes from obviously it comes from a dark place in people's minds. And you don't think about that shit unless you think about that shit.
Yeah, all this fiction is going to
Saw, all that shit, that comes from a place in someone's head. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, fiction is imagination.
Yeah, it's all imagination. Not saying that the motherfucker wants to do that, but it comes from a place in your head. You know what I'm saying? So that's someone's capable of that is because it's a fucking thought in someone's head, right?
Well, yeah. Well, not exactly, but yes. Thoughts. All right. Thoughts can become beliefs, and beliefs inform actions. Inform actions, right? So yeah, that could be a thing. Or I could just have this thought like, man, this person's an asshole. I'd really like to punch him in the face, but I'm not going to do it because I don't need that headache, and let it go. So beliefs don't always inform actions, and thoughts don't always inform beliefs. But it does happen that way a lot, man, and it's pretty degenerate when it does. It's pretty bad for everyone.
Do you watch TV?
I've been gaming a lot, man.
Gaming?
I've been gaming.
Yeah, I don't want to nerd out, but like I have a weird feeling that movies are coming to an end, and everything is gonna be shows now.
Oh, I hope not. I fucking hate shows.
Like everything is gonna be legacy shows and shit now. Like I feel like hour-and-a-half movies just ain't cutting it for people anymore. People want in-depth characters. They want to hear like the Star Wars shit, bro. Like if you look at Star Wars, what's going on right now, fucking million shows are in the making right now that are coming for it. All these storylines to expand. It's like a whole fucking universe and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking now that like, just think about
Winnie
like
the
Silent
Pooh has a horror movie coming out.
Yeah. And also there's a serious Santa Claus movie too, and he kills people with Mel Gibson in it. But that's neither here or there.
It's got Mel Gibson in it?
Yeah. It's called Fat Man.
I didn't know how I felt about it, but now I feel a little different. I might see that.
It's called Fat Man. But what the fuck was I saying, you son of a bitch?
I got you.
I said
all right, hey.
Oh, movies. Yes, movies. So I have a feeling that okay, so like Charlie Chaplin and all that motherfucking shit, the little silent movies with the mustache and shit hopping around, you know. Nowadays, it seems like we got into cool movies, you know. Godfather comes around, you know, cool. Matrix comes around, cool. Then like shows started coming out like Breaking Bad and stuff like that, and then people just, I just feel like people started drifting to shows, and people were liking shows more. Shows were becoming more of a thing. Because I think like once Sopranos and all that shit started, people were liking that more, and it was becoming more profitable. All of a sudden, Walking Dead comes out, that's all profitable, and it just kind of seems like it's going in a direction, especially with the Star Wars shit, that they're focusing more on shows. Because if you think about it, bro, a movie is an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 max if you're like some kind of crazy movie.
Blood in, blood out, that type of stuff.
Show nowadays is an hour. 2 shows is a movie. So you do a series that's like 2-3 movies, if you think about it. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know. I don't know if that's the case, but check it out. Remember when I said the difference between us is methodology?
Yeah, that you have one and I don't.
Yeah. So I hear that and I think, okay, let's put this in a logical syllogism, philosophy. So you can put it in logical syllogism where you've got your position. All right. Look like movies are on their way out. It's more profitable, whatever, to do it this way. So movies are on their way out. Premise 1, 2, and 3, however many premises, right? So you're saying, look, there's more TV shows now. They're more popular. Movies are less popular. There's less movies. I don't know if that's something you're saying. So you got 4 premises to go from the position to the conclusion, right? TV shows are more profitable. There's more of them.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
There's more of them.
Yeah.
Movies seem to be less profitable. People aren't really paying that much attention to them, and there's like less big movies coming out, right? Well, so the argument makes sense. It's all internally consistent. It starts with the position. All of the premises have to do with taking you from the position to the conclusion. Now all you gotta do is see if they're sound. So all you gotta do is Google. Just fucking Google how many fucking TV shows came out in the 90s, the fucking 2000s, the 2010s. And you're forgetting that a lot of like TV shows, fucking what's that with Joe Rogan, Fear Factor, shit like that. Like big TV shows came out. TV shows have been popular for a while. Go to the 50s and they were big. They were bigger than movies, right? They still play them. Nick at Night. There's a whole cable channel just to old TV shows. So you can look at each one of the premises and check to see if they're sound, if they're accurate in description of reality. And then if they aren't, if like only half of them are, then maybe it's mostly false, right? But it's definitely not like it, the argument almost entirely goes away. So if you find out 2 of those premises are wrong, right? There's not more TV shows being made, and there's actually more movies being made. Then do you have the same argument? Does it sound as convincing? It kind of doesn't. That's why having a methodology is important, man. You can rifle through this stuff. All right. While you're doing that, I got to bring this up.
Yeah.
I got to bring this up. Oh my God, does this need to be said? I don't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to fuck it. I almost hit your blunt roller.
All good.
Yo, when we talked about our coworker that is older than us and still a Kid Rock fan, and you were trying to get me to put his name out there, and I said I wasn't gonna do that, right? Because I'm old, but I also grew up around biker clubs, gangs, and ex-felons and stuff like that. You didn't talk other people's business, right? I didn't have a conversation with you and then go and tell, person X about our conversation, right? That was some bitch stuff. You didn't do that. So it's dude, it's not something that you should be doing to just broadcast somebody's business like that. And people are so gung-ho. Now it's considered bad if you don't. And that's stupid, right? Why the hell would I get out here and tell somebody else's business? Maybe they don't want anybody to know it. Maybe they'll get shit for it, and that's unnecessary. But that also tells you what kind of person I am. That I'm going to take a private matter that we had, and I didn't discuss, that I should be telling other people this with you, and I'm just gonna do it. And now I'm gonna talk all your business to people for no reason, right? Or because I think it's gonna make me feel good, or it's gonna make you look bad, or whatever, right? Like that's some. I brought up Kevin, right? But I told Kevin I would be bringing it up, and I told him that I wanted to bring it up, and if it was all right to bring it up, right? Because you don't talk somebody else's business, especially to the fucking world. With all this social media, that's the last place that you should be talking somebody else's business, especially if they didn't even fucking okay it, right? Like, why is everybody so big on doing that? Every single one of these people should be ashamed, man. Back in the day, if I learned some stuff about you, like I was sitting at a bar, and I learned something about you, maybe, you know, you're having money problems and haven't paid your union dues, the last thing that would be cool for me to do was tell all kinds of people that I was running into.
Sounds like me.
Bro, it's dirty. That's a dirty motherfucker that would do some stuff like that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, am I wrong?
No.
Right? Why? Where is that value of... Bro, we lost our minds, man. That fucking kills me. Oh my God, does that kill me? Keep shit to yourself. Keep shit to yourself, man.
I'm trying to come up with a list of Kid Rock fans, so you fucking...
One.
You did save him. So, you better tell him that you saved his
My
life.
son used to be a Kid Rock fan when he was 12.
Who fucking wasn't, bro? It's like me.
Cowboy.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like... I mean, when I went to that Limp Bizkit concert yesterday, do you know how many people, like... I had to tell him ahead of time, don't make fun of me, but I went to Limp Bizkit. You know, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody you went to Limp Bizkit.
It's like, who fucking cares? But the thing is,
it would be funny though. I'll call somebody up right now.
But that's the thing is, like, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a shit? If you don't fucking like them, whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know.
But why the fuck would I just spout your business off to people?
Well, that's good. You're a good friend. Good job.
Yeah, well, I'm not an asshole. People that do that are fucking assholes. Why are there so many assholes? Don't be an asshole, right? You have a conversation with someone, keep that between you and them. If you don't like what they're saying, if you're in line, right? If you're in line and the person behind you starts spouting some Klan shit off, right? You turn around and say, hey, man, I don't want to fucking hear that shit.
And not this meeting, the next one.
Yeah, like, hey, I don't want to fucking hear that shit, man.
Speaking of assholes, are you, is that still your first beer?
Yeah, that's still my first beer, man.
Okay.
I'm not a raging alcoholic.
I was just trying to figure it out. But
nah, I don't.
Hey, it's Sunday. You're off tomorrow.
I am, but I got to go to work at 2 in the morning on Tuesday.
Sorry, I got a smoking problem. But you were talking about there were some things that needed to be talked about, but I didn't know if there was anything on that list you were talking that you still wanted to bring up.
That was the thing. That I think that's something that needs to be spread around. Like, hey, if you know someone that will just talk your business, distance yourself. You don't gotta be an asshole about it. You don't gotta be like, confrontational. Just stop talking to them. Because you know what they're going to do. First chance they get, they're going to oust your business. And why would you live with that in the background of your life? You don't need it. You don't need it. Nobody needs to live with somebody just waiting to pipe out all of your information to the fucking world, right? Cut those kind of people out. You don't need to cut them off. I'm not saying isolate yourself from the general population because most people are like that. But if you just start cutting back on the time and you say, hey, this is a big deal. You did this like this one time to whoever, whether it's you or not, it's anybody. If they're going to do that to anybody for any reason, then yeah, cut them out, man. No, you had were talking smack about this person when they told you this, and that was kind of dirty, man. That was some dirty stuff. Friends don't do that, or people that aren't assholes don't just do that, right? Like, you can tell the story without mentioning the name. You just say this individual or this person or, this chump behind me. You use whatever you need to tell the story without throwing that person. They're putting people's picture up there, right? Broadcasting this person right here. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? Kevin Hart one time made this comment. And you know what? I hate him for it, and you should hate him too.
It's like, bro, if we all... I feel like if you want to bring something to the table about somebody, then you better bring your laundry list too.
Nah, dude, how about just pull the person aside and have a talk with them?
We all fucking fuck up, man. I mean, there's some more extreme than others, but for the most part, I think we go a little extreme and forget that we're flawed as fuck too. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I've been going through a lot of that like this past year. Like self-humbling, dude, and not to be like, oh, look at me, but dude, there's a lot of things I had to address about, especially even at work, dude. Like, just you got to be careful with you got to stay humble, man. You just got to stay humble because you never know, dude. You could be on a high. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a routine and you could be on a high, going good, man, and everything's good, and you're feeling like you're achieving all these things and you're putting in all this work, but you don't understand you're running off momentum. Yeah. Momentum is huge, bro. And I'll say, like, when I was working at Circa, like, I was running off momentum because I put myself in a fucking routine. I stuck to it and all that. But I think I let it get to my head a little bit about thinking, like, you know, like, I'm going to bed early. I'm doing all this. I'm not drinking, blah, 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 blah. Because, dude, I found out quick, like, when Circa was done, my routine got thrown off, bro. And I saw where I started making mistakes on things I didn't think I would do back then. I started doing, you know, like, or drinking a little more, or messing up on my workout routine or whatever, eating dumb shit. Are you still working out? It's very shoddy. I mean, I got fucking shirts on my pull-up bar. No, but I still use it. But, like, I'll take it and throw them on the chair and then use it. But I haven't been 100%. I have not been as consistent as I have been. Like, I get them in still throughout the week here and there. But, dude, I used to be every day before work. I would bust it out in the morning and then go to work.
I haven't been to jiu-jitsu since December 20th.
Bro, don't get me started, dude. That's why, like, that's why when I talk to you and I'm all like, why I'm so like, nah, bro. Because I literally feel like I feel like I might have fooled myself back in the day, thinking like I'm tougher than I am, you know, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's huge, bro. I think a lot of people think that, man. Like, they're a lot tougher than they are. You know? Yeah. I need to kind of just realize, bro, there's always a bigger fish out there, and
yeah, and
you need to kind of
going to the gyms and getting smoked by, you know, brown belt competitive women and, you know, amateur MMA teens, and just getting smoked by them sometimes.
Bro, I'm terrified to go to jiu-jitsu. I'm fucking terrified. I'm fucking terrified, dude.
You'd rather get hit in the head in a boxing gym
I'm
than get choked out by a 130-pound girl?
I'm afraid of myself, I think, sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, bro, I don't mind going back
level,
in.
Man. Doing jiu-jitsu, that's a whole nother
level. No, bro. Maybe it's the sadist in me, but after not going in for a while, when you go back, oh, you get worked. Oh my god. Yeah. And it, like, you've got a higher belt than your skill is displaying, right? So people are coming at you like you're on this level, and then they just work you, and they're like, either you suck or I'm dope, right? Yeah. But you get worked. Oh my god, you get worked. But it's only for a little bit. You get worked less and less. But I don't mind it, man. I like getting worked a lot, man.
I feel like I'd have to make some changes before I do that. I'd have to make a lot of changes in my life to do that. No, because I'd want to clean up my act a little bit.
Why?
Just because
there are more potheads in submission fighting than there is in boxing.
I know, but they're probably, you know, more what do you call it? What's the word? Responsible, maybe. You know, but it's like beginning of the morning. Oh, I just woke up, dabbing up, time to go.
I knew a guy at Extreme Couture's. He used to smoke before he came in. He'd fucking smoke a blunt in the parking lot before he came in, just reeking a reef. Yeah. He liked to roll like that, man.
I don't have balance, I think.
I am the nicest guy. I went in high before. I am the nicest guy.
I'm terrified of you too, bro. You all act like I'm tough, bro, but I've always been terrified of you. I was like, bro, I'm so glad you're my friend, because I would hate to piss you off and just be like, just lock me up in some neck lock.
Yeah, but all right, man. Yeah, if I was able to get a hold of your back, it would be really bad. It would be really bad really quick. But dude, it's a street fight. Are you saying you wouldn't kick me in the dick and punch me in the face with a 3-piece?
Dude, I hope I never have to get in a fight ever again.
Hey, did you see the video that one of the co-workers in California took of me beating that drunk MMA fighter up at the bar?
No, but that'd be cool to see.
It's only like 8 seconds, and most of it is just people pulling me off the guy because it happened so fast. Because the last thing I want is a stand-up match. I'm gonna get on the ground and go for the throat, go for the choke. And yeah, it happened so fast that he didn't get the takedown or anything. And he's the one that started. Okay, dude's talking shit. He's drunk as fuck. He's fucking with people. He was a construction worker on the job, and he was fucking with this dude's girl right in front of him, right? And I'm sitting at the bar with homeboy, tile setter, and he looks over and he goes, "Can you believe that shit? You should go whoop him." And I was like, "You think I should?" He's like, just look, he's drunk. And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Because after what he did to the girl in front of her boyfriend, I was like, oh, yeah, you're right." And so I went over there. I was like, all right, and I did this little, and then just took him down and went in for what was it? What? It wasn't a pillow choke. I can't remember. It's been so long. But it was super quick, man. It was over like that. And then I grabbed my shit and left. Because when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like when my head starts tripping out, it's time to go. When something goes wrong, it's time to go. When you might get in trouble, it's time to go. Yeah. Right? So I grabbed my shit and I left. The bartender was like, "No, you're cool, man. You fucking thanks." And I was like, "Nah, I'm going to leave." He's like, "No, you're good. Just have a seat." No, it's time to go. Yeah. I don't want to be there when the cops get there. It's unnecessary.
Yep. And yeah, because you'd for sure get locked up for that.
Yeah, I don't need to be there for that.
Yeah, I'm over all that shit.
Oh, the fight I got into on the job site, the one that Dennis caught the ass end of, where the dude was jacked up on the ground. Uh-huh. Oh man, the week before I beat this dude up, I knocked him out, and then when he came to, I choked him unconscious. The week before that, we got rid of 2 people who got into an argument, and one dude pushed the other dude, and they kicked them both off the job for fighting. And then a week later, I knocked the guy out, and then I waited for him to come to, and then I choked him unconscious in front of the superintendent and the contractor, the contracting, I don't know, division for. Was it Caesar's Palace Industries or what the fuck ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he got hit. I would happen to be right there holding tools, and I watched it happen. So I walked over there and I tried to split him up, and I thought he was gonna hit me, so I threw a 3-piece on him. He had already headbutted the one dude, right? The guy from Caesar's Palace. He had like toilet paper skin. He was old, right? So it was like wet paper. It just tore wide open, so he's just leaking out of his face.
I get nosebleeds easy, bro.
So do I.
Dude, actually, speaking of which, I need to get my nose fixed. I have my nose broken and never fixed. I can't. My nose all the time. My nose feels clogged because when it was broken, it was never fixed. And when I was listening to Joe Rogan, he said he got some procedure done in his nose. That I don't know, they do something in there and it clears your airways or some shit like that.
Is it deviated or is it just?
I don't know, dude. It was broken and I didn't realize it for a while. I should have known when I had 2 black eyes the next day. But
hey, blow smoke out of your nose. Let me see, because mine comes almost only out of one side.
That's normal, bro, for me right there.
Okay, but is one side more blocked up or are they both evenly blocked up?
Bro, it's a nightmare. I don't know.
Watch.
No,
hey,
it's fucked.
After how many seconds are we in?
We're only at 1917 seconds.
That's not an area code, goddammit.
I don't know why it was taking me so long to compute. Fucking why I couldn't read the number.
This is NoBull 19077.
77. I'm reading your code. No, we've been about maybe an hour and 10, something like that.
Oh, bro.
I'm not a fucking mathematician. I don't fucking know, bro. I still need to figure these programs out. I'm still pretty green.
Fucking honky, a mathematician.
What,
To
donkey?
divide that amount by 60.
Did you see me look at it for like a few seconds?
I did. Like you were just trying to read the numbers.
I was running out of time. Bro.
It kept changing. And by the time you realize what the numbers are, it's different.
I was running out of time, dude. Hey, keep I think I can edit everything out. I'm gonna go pee, bro. It's fucking on my head, so I'll edit it out.
I know someone that's got panic attacks real bad. It wasn't a panic attack. That shit was a bad trip. On weed.
On weed, man.
Get this.
So
Get this.
that's the big.
Yeah,
show.
I'm gonna make some neon signs with my glass torch and then a crack pipe.
So I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, dude, but I know one of these was like 50.
I want
The
to try a
one
dab.
Billy's
I want to
40.
try a dab.
Do you really?
One.
I'm afraid. I don't know if you should.
A little bit.
I don't know if you should.
Okay, if we like that, I will end up smoking the whole thing. So you tell me what's worse. Because I don't have it.
This might put you down, dude.
One hit.
Yeah. One is all it takes. When's the last time you did a dab? Ever?
When I freaked out and had to leave Kevin's
If
truck.
you've never done a dab before, then,
I did. But I had to freak out.
Once? One day?
No, okay, no. Dude, no. He sat down and was like, check this out. Here's 3, right? But his idea of 3 was, okay, he says 3, right? But what he means by 3 is he put it in there and you got to clear the bowl, right? What I think of 3 is, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. No, what he meant by 3 is finish this bowl and
Yeah.
there, it's finished.
3 dabs.
No, those 4 hits was 1.
Yeah, to finish the one dab.
Yeah, so
3 dabs in total. But
I had like 12 hits.
Yeah.
That's not even, that's,
But how much did he use?
I don't remember.
That seems like a lot, though.
I don't remember. I'm not a mathematician.
But if you're puffing like that, it seems like a little bit of amount. Like, was it like what I just did?
Dude, what you're doing is insane amounts. It looks like you're wasting half of it.
No, there's no way.
I don't know.
I smoked the whole fucking thing, man.
I don't know. Dude, don't give me that much. Give me a
No,
little
you
bit.
do that much, you might die.
Would that be fun to
Death.
watch?
You'd be the first death in THC history.
These 80 fucking viewers would lose their shit.
80 viewers, half of it's your mom.
She don't know me.
Hey, half it's your mom, my dad. No, it's all good.
My mom would only watch the show if I died in it. I think that's the only time.
We can make that happen. We might get more views. It'll all be police.
It'll get her view.
Police and FBI's.
My mom hates me so bad that she's never met any of her grandkids, any of my kids.
I mean, my stepmom is like my real mom. I still call her Gabby. You know who she is.
Oh yeah, she's
real mom.
She's
though,
lovely. I like her.
I'm not. She's out. I can contact her right now if I want to, but like I'm not. I don't know what to do with that situation either.
I'd leave it alone, man.
Me too. And she's all good. I guess she's doing good. She's all religious and shit now. But I feel like it's just been so long, and Gabby's been there pretty much my whole life, and it's like, what? Now I'm gonna waste my energy now?
No.
It's like I've already tried that.
I tried to go talk to my mom. I was gonna let it all go under the bridge, right? All of her stupid shit getting taken by child services twice, living in her house, right? Like all of her shit, all the times she's hit us, mostly me, right? She treated my brother a lot better. Casey sitting there knowing about it, probably never said nothing to her. I don't know. Just feels that way. I went there saying, you know what? I don't care about any of that. Clean slate, right? This is when I was heavy in the church. Clean slate, man. I don't want to carry this shit around with me. Maybe that was just a place you were at that part of your life. I was in a different place before, and I'm here now. And so we can get past it, man. So let's do this. I was actually inspired by my ex-wife's family because man, they are just great people. They overlooked who I was when they saw who I became, and that's big people, man. It's big people right there, and I wanted to be like that. So
Who could look at you no matter what, like, and you know their smile is legitimate.
gay. I don't know.
I mean, man.
No, I don't know. Break that down.
I'll murder you, motherfucker.
No, break that down.
So like say a family. So say like a family takes you in.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a good family, the mother, all that shit. She's a cooking mother. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this, but anyways, she knows you're a fuck up. She knows all your fuck ups.
Yep.
But when you walk in the house, she smiles at you, and you know that smile is a legitimate smile that she's happy to see you.
You know what? Yes. So she's like that with my oldest son, which, you know what, is glorious, right? She's a real grandmother in that respect, like one of those, like a Cosby the Cosby Show style grandmother, right? Like
Before the rape.
Yeah, when nobody knew that he was just out there hacking dosed up females' vaginas on the down low.
Yeah. It's fun.
Like the Cosbys. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, she's like that, right? She's just unconditionally loves her family. Unconditionally. At one time, though, like, she wasn't a fan of me. But she shouldn't have been a fan of me. I was screwing up real bad. Once I stopped doing that, and she saw that it wasn't just like an act. I wasn't trying to perpetrate a fraud. She was real happy that I fixed whatever it was that was screwing me up. She was happy about that, and that is beautiful. Mad respect to that whole side of the family, man. I wish I was better. I wish I was better to my side of the family. Like my Aunt Buggy. The only one of my my dad's siblings left. My dad is dead. My uncle Roy, his brother's dead. Vicky and Corky. She's the last one. She's the old guard of that whole generation in our family, man. But I love that woman. She's so dope. I don't treat people I care about well. At least I've been getting worse because I've been isolating myself a lot more. I've been more and more reclusive, and it went downhill when I went out of town and worked for so long. Like, I think that fucked my head up because I was gone for so long, and it was rough. It's hard to do that, man. And then so much bad shit happened, and then with Allie's death, I think it's become more like a, I don't know, man. There's something in my head. It's just fucking me up.
Hey, bro, it's you and me both. I understand, man. You know,
I make plans. Yeah. I just don't do them.
The thing is, too, bro, is that I mean, I don't want to say like you and me both because you know your daughter, that's a totally different level. But
it's bad,
you've
bro.
seen life full force. You've seen the whole cycle, so to speak. If that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you've seen the good, the bad. You've seen the ugly. You've seen the dark.
I've seen that you are going to lose one way or the other everybody you care about. So Matt and Cassie, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, right?
Let that fucking shit sink in for a second.
No, let that sink in. If they live a happy life, one of them, and they stay married their whole lives, they're not going to die at the same time unless some kind of tragedy happens that their kids are going to be sad. You know, like, oh, fucking plane crash, car crash, something like that. What is going to end up happening statistically, because Matt's in the BAC, so he's probably going to die a few years after he retires, if he makes it that long, statistically, right? So even if they did everything right as a couple, and it's still going to be, he's out, and she's going to be in an advanced age where she's less capable and more dependent, and she's going to be alone, right? That is how a marriage ends. If it doesn't end with some kind of tragedy, it ends in tragedy. It doesn't end with you both falling asleep one night holding each other or docking or what the fuck ever, and then you fucking never wake up because you died in your sleep. It ends in tragedy. One way or the other, it's a fucking tragedy. And you're going to watch people in your family go. That's right. Either like when I lost custody of the kids, they were staying with me, went to court, and then they're not, right? And I was a fucking weekend dad. And then I went out of town to work because it was big money, and I didn't get to see him. And I was gone for a long time, and it wasn't supposed to be that long, right? And you come back, and everybody's like, well, what the fuck were you? All right? Fucking absentee parent. Yeah, you feel it. All right? I went out of town for 4 years. The only way I got the money to buy my house, right? But what happened while I was gone? Like, my son failed, right? He got held back. All this stuff happened with like so many people. He was this tall when I left. He was this tall when I came back. All of that was gone. I got a house out of it because I banked a bunch of money, but was it worth it, right? But while that whole 4 years I was doing that, they were gone. Everybody, my fucking my in-laws, my friends, everybody was gone because I was over there, right? You lose them. You lose people through your whole life. It just fucking happens, bro. And I don't know if it's easier to lose them once than it is to lose them twice, and maybe that's in my head. Maybe that's a fucking weed talking. I don't know, but
no, I hear you.
Every relationship ends in some kind of tragedy.
No, you're right, dude. Because that's what threw me off the rocker when my senior year of high school. It was like I had 2 friends die the same week, and then remember what's his name? It's been so long, dude. Forgive me. I'm fucking a little bit wasted too, but the guy at our work that died fucking in 2005. Craig's
Lazaro just lost his daughter this weekend. I think it was Friday. In a car accident. That just happened.
Wait. He ain't the
Yeah,
same
little
one that
Lazaro.
lost his dad. He ain't the same one that lost his son, was it?
No.
I know someone lost his son in a fucking... Well, it's all good besides the point.
Dude, yeah, we hear about it all the time.
But I feel you. It threw me off my plan, too, because I was all boxing back then and all that shit. But then I, used it to go out the fucking deep end. You know
We got to put a link for Lazaro for some funds. We ought to put that in the comments, right? Okay. We'll put a GoFundMe. We'll put a GoFundMe for Lazaro's daughter. Put money in there. Help him out. Help the man out.
But, yeah, man. Fucking loss is a bitch. But I guess it just depends on what you let it do to you. Or
I don't know. I swallowed it down real hard, and
it's just a reminder.
No, I tried to ignore it until enough time went by that it didn't hurt so bad. But that's not how that works.
It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. You just learn. You just mold around it, kind of.
Yeah, but
you're a piece of clay, and say this bottle, and you hit it, and then you just kind of form your way around it, and then you just have that form in you.
That sounds nice, but what actually happened is everybody that dealt with it ran through all the different stages of grief, right? But you got to go through each stage, and some people get trapped between them, where they go back and forth between a few. I didn't get started, so I still got to do all of that, and I haven't done any of it. and everybody else has. They dealt with it like fucking face on, and now they're on the other side of that, and that's where I would like to be, but you don't get there by not getting there.
Do you believe in the stages?
Yeah, I believe there's good reasons. I believe that there are whole lots, like fucking almost a century worth of observations and testing, and as much work as educated people can do and document to get to the bottom of that question right there. And I think that they have figured out a lot of shit over that time, and they've showed what works better than other shit, and it's all in peer review. And if you just if you want good reasons to think that you might want to pay attention to that, that's where you get them at. Yeah, this is the researcher app. Did I show you that already?
No.
You don't know the researcher app? Everybody should have the researcher app, and you should know how to use Google Scholar. You fucking learned so much, right?
It's just crazy because it's like, how do you keep up? There's so much information. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've been.
I guess you just have to keep your mind focused on, or keep it linear or something. I don't know, because there's so much going on, and nowadays,
there's a lot.
We have
bro.
the information of the world, like everything's going on all at once.
Yeah.
We know everything. It's not like back in the day where you only know what's going on right here, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you don't go anywhere, you got a lot of time to do that.
No, I'm with you on it, and it's good. Speaking of which, whenever we get the fucking whole wall size fucking world map set up.
Oh, yeah.
But that's whenever we get, like, this is just for now.
Hey,
but eventually, dude, imagine like a nice little studio space or something, like a cool chill space. We have,
Yeah, Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah, Pepe's.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did not know that was just
But did they say it in the show?
Carol.
Did he say that in the show, or is that just something you have to figure out?
No, that's just something you've got to figure out,
yeah,
man.
I don't know why I didn't put that together, but.
Yeah.
But what else, man? What's up?
Fucking
know,
Pepe
man.
Sylvia. God damn it. We're going to have one of those. That's hilarious.
That, and also, too, I have to smoke a cigar soon.
Oh, I forgot. I was going to get the amaretto ones. My bad.
No, that's all good, dude.
And no, but I
Cool to have
keep
a little
talking them
smoke
up. I was
every
going to
once
get
in a
them.
while. Yeah, I'm curious now, a little, what you're talking about. But
Which ones do you have? What's in this humidor here?
this ain't even that. It's just a little cheap ass box, but like this one right here is like one of my new favorites. It's a leaf by Oscar, and it's just a leaf of like a tobacco leaf, and then inside is a cigar. And then
Okay.
right here, like I've been liking these Oliva cigars have been pretty fucking bomb. But yeah, I'm still fresh and new to all this shit, you know.
No.
Liking it, but this is like one of my new favorite, but it's like a fucking $11 cigar. But who cares? Fuck it. You like it? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I think it'd be cool to have the map.
Where are you going to put it? It's got to be behind you. It's got to be here. It's got to be there. Where
Well,
else could it
dude,
be? Where's the cameras at?
Well, I don't want it to be here. This is the thing. That I like the living room type of setup, but obviously in my little ass apartment it ain't, ideal. It'd be nice to have like something dedicated to it, you know what I'm saying? Dedicated, don't have to fucking break it down every time and set it up every time. Like it's just set and
All right, hold
build
on.
upon it.
I got it. Check it out. Green screen, right?
Which I got.
So we put the green here, just a big green screen, one that we just hang up in the corners, right? Maybe it's a stick that goes across, and you clip the corners, drapes it down, right? And then a smaller map that it's easy to keep designated on the wall.
But it could blow up on the green screen type of
Yeah.
thing. And then, like, it's just a file. I see what you're saying. And it's just a file, and then we keep editing it and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
But
And then just...
I guess my vision is to literally go all the way back as far as we can. Try to, okay?
As far
as we can, documented. I guess if that's the right word, or
in what aspect?
factual.
In what aspect?
Of origins of, or just like when
Grassy knoll style shit.
nah, motherfucker, like the time of like civilizations.
Oh,
Grassy knoll.
okay. So you're talking.
Eventually.
Okay, so
But-
like the Fertile Valley
Egypt.
shit.
Egypt shit, all kinds
Mesopotamia,
of shit. Like, but we start seeing this map, bro, and then we start seeing civilization fucking growing across
So
the world.
you think
and all that
people
shit.
want to watch a couple of morons do history?
I don't give a fuck what they want to watch. This is for me, bro. This is for
Alright,
me, dude.
alright,
this
that's-
is
alright, real
for
talk.
us, bro.
Real talk, alright, I'm in.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
real
bro,
talk.
I don't look. This is because my brain is retarded. So what I want to do is have a nice library of, you know how people take pictures of their family. Hey, we're at fucking Disneyland. Cool. We're at fucking Lee.
Yeah.
Right. We're at dinner. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a library of conversations with all my friends.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
know
have
what should be in there?
conversations of figuring shit out, because I can't remember everything. But it'd be nice to go back. Hey, man, remember when we were talking about fucking Egypt? And then we go back to that fucking episode, Egypt. Boom. And then we can look at the data. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what were we talking about? Because your brain doesn't remember everything. Your brain pushes out shit over time. You'll think you'll remember something, and then 10 minutes later, you're like, fuck, I forgot already. Like, how many times do you think, oh, I'll remember that, but then you forget?
No, you know what?
All the time. And I'm guilty, bro. And I'm starting to learn that I need to start becoming a note taker.
Okay, well, yes, but
Hence why you have one in your fucking shirt when you're at work. You were telling me.
Oh, no, I
that
carry a
just
notepad at
proves
work.
it. That proves the theory right there.
yeah, you should always have a notepad at work. What the hell are you doing?
You think you'll remember it, but
no,
you won't. Yeah.
no, especially when you're dealing with numbers. You need
I
to
can't
make sure
remember
those are
two
correct.
measurements, bro. I can't even remember two measurements. Like,
No,
I'm like,
you need
give
to
me a
write it
second.
down.
Give me a second.
Nope. Come on, man. Oh, I thought I still
bug
had
on
some
you?
marker on my hand.
Nah. That's cool. No, I usually like using my blue gloves. I got it full of fucking
Yeah.
measurements and shit.
Oh, I
like
gotta
that.
order those.
I do too. I have to order a pair of those too.
Dude, I had little holes and shit on both. I tore the thumbnail half off on this thumb.
Close to your face a little bit. Smidgen. There you go.
Hey, I tore the thumbnail half off of this, and I did something to this. I think I don't know, man. I had cut that with my Makita. I fucking stabbed that. I got stabbed by a fucking cactus, and it made a mark on me, like it got infected immediately. Oh yeah, that right there, little blood blister. It was a little thing. I pulled it out, didn't think nothing of it. Yeah, man.
Keep
It
that
got
off
like
your
infected.
stomach. Keep it off your stomach.
Why?
It's just your vibration. You're gonna be talking. It's gonna be on the mic stand.
Oh, is that why it looks like that?
I don't know.
Is
No,
that
that's
bad?
fine.
Is
No,
that
that's
bad?
your heart rate. I'm just kidding, bro. No, it's fine. It's just like if I was tapping on the fucking table and shit like that, it just runs through the vibration of the mic. It picks it up, type shit. It's all good, bro. No big deal. Just
No, that's pretty cool.
yeah, just things we need to learn. Dude, I guarantee I did a million things fucked up tonight on there. Hence me taking a dab. It's gonna be probably a whole 5-minute period of me using a torch. You can't hear anything else.
No, you pulled your mic away from it. You're all right.
Yeah, but it'll probably pick up on yours.
Nah. You think?
Maybe.
We'll see. Is it really that loud on them?
Yeah, bro. It sounds like a fucking jet engine. Yeah.
Even with the microphone away?
Yeah, mine was away, but yours is still there.
Yeah, but it's this far away.
See, these are like condenser mics. I
Hey,
think they're not even dynamic mics.
Hey,
so
but
it
it's
picks
not.
up.
It's not like. Hey man, back off me, yo. It's not like you were like holding it up like that towards my mic. You were way over there. I'm way back here, man. I think you're all right. How many beers have you drank? Is that from right now?
4. This will be 5. 5 and 2 dabs and a joint.
My mouth is so dry.
But, dude, I really do want that setup eventually, which would be nice. Because it'd be nice just to have, like, it set up and then build upon it.
You want like a sepia, like a old rustic, brownish color to it.
No, dude.
Like an old Western one. How far back? Do you want it to look
Okay,
like
check
the
this out.
era? Hold on. You want
No.
it to look like the era we're discussing?
I'm gonna end this
so it's
conversation
more
right now.
authentic.
You know Wayne's World?
Yes.
That pretty much just a living room setup on a stage is what
All
it
right.
is, bro. That's it. End of
All
story.
right.
It's just a living room setup.
No,
Chilling.
I'm talking about the map.
The map,
The map.
bro. I don't know.
What do we want the map to look like?
Like the world, hopefully.
So which one? Like the because there's different images. Like there's
Whatever
the
the
one
one
that's got the
looks best.
4 bubbles
Whatever
on
looks
the.
best, bro. Whatever looks best for us when we're trying to explain things. We're trying to explain areas, countries, you know. Shit
Oh,
like
we're
that.
retarded. I bet there's kids in school right now in junior high that know the name of that map.
Which is fine.
What kind
bro,
of map
'cause
it is?
I'm not very smart when it comes to that shit anyway, so it doesn't really.
Well,
matter.
obviously neither of us are.
Yeah.
That was my point.
But this is my conclusion is, bro. My conclusion. Like I'm a fucking professor. But anyways,
Come on.
what I was thinking is, dude, we would start that, right? It'd be this map. It'd be like,
Images.
okay, where are we gonna start? Like, you know what? Fuck. What's the earliest we can go back or whatever?
Like this? Like
Yeah,
that one?
Yeah, pretty much, but big, and we can actually get into the continents and shit, and actually, you know what I'm saying? So we can.
Have you looked at Google Maps or Google Earth?
Yeah.
Have you looked at Google Earth?
Yeah, but I kind of want it plain. Like, I don't want too much business going on there because I want to be able to put pins and shit on there, and I want to be able to do Pepe Sylvia shit on there.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
All right, we got to pick one out, man.
Well, it doesn't have to be right now. I'm just saying, like, we'll figure it out.
Hey,
but
like this?
this is the reason.
Like this?
It looks kind of too busy.
You think that? Yeah, that's
It's
the
too
point.
fucking busy. It's got to be plain. It's got to be the continents and be able to have the breakup, but plain. Because the
Like
reason
that? Like
it
that?
looks like shit, dude. No.
Oh, you are so hard
Alright,
to
we'll
please.
figure that out
You
later.
are so
But the
hard to
reason
please.
is- the
Okay,
reason
there's
is-
like that.
In a way, but plain, dude. Like just fucking super plain that we could see the continents and all that. And I don't know why you're trying to figure it out right now. We're not gonna be able to figure it out right now. It's for later.
Because if it doesn't get done right now, it won't get fucking done, man.
But
Come on, if you want something to get done, you just do
yeah,
it.
we'll do that when we talk
It
about
won't get done. God damn it.
But anyways, the fucking the reason being is because if we talk about a certain subject or we're talking about a certain country or whatever, it'd be nice to go to it.
I am not going to another country.
You motherfucker. Like, if it's up on the fucking map, we could be like, cool. And then all these other notes we've been taking about this other country, we'd be like, oh, wait a minute. This connects a dot about something else we've been fucking talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're building our own fucking map of shit, and we're trying to figure out what's going on in the world, and we're finding out things, and we're verifying things, and we're doing it ourselves instead of fucking getting it from all these secondhand sources. Which everything is going to be a secondhand source, but we're going to break it down. We're going to fucking cleanse it, and we're going to sift everything we look up, and we're going to build our own history of the world.
Okay, I think we should start with agreeing to a methodology.
Yeah, and we'll be
Alright.
fine with that.
You
I
know
think
who
we
has a
agree
really
on the
good
same
one?
methodology.
You know who has a good one? You know who has a
It's just,
really,
I think,
really
kind
good
of
one?
on mystical terms, and you
No,
are
no.
just on facts,
No,
which
no,
is
no.
fine, and I'm cool with that. It's just I am more of a, I think more of on a, what's the word? I don't want to say it. And spiritual is not the same. Magical is not the same word, but on
Supernatural.
yeah, kind of
Alright.
terms. But I like that because you are more facts, science, this, be able to prove it. I like all that. So, which is good because I think on a crazy type of, I think kind of crazy things. So,
Yeah, we all
which
just
is cool. We could bring it back, which is cool because you do still come from that in
Yeah.
a way.
Oh, yeah.
But you can still bring me back.
yeah.
Which is fine because you need that. We both can't be thinking the same thing, bro.
No,
Because then
nobody
we're just
should.
gonna keep going down the same
Yeah.
rabbit, and we're gonna keep justifying each other's shit, or not
No.
justifying, but we're gonna keep feeding each other.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
keep saying, "Okay, oh wait a minute, now let's go down that road," and you break it down.
Yes.
Which is why I love it, and which is why it's gonna be perfect.
Hey, but you call me out on my bullshit. Because sometimes
Bullshit. I just tried to tell you the whole world was ran by satanic fucking blood drinkers.
Yeah, and how do I know that it's not true? It could be.
Because you have a methodology that goes down and breaks down the source and say, well, if you read the rest of the fucking paragraph,
Okay.
Jason, it would show that it's bullshit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. So look. Hey, I think you'll be fine with this because it's not like this is going to separate that kind of thinking from this kind of thinking. It's just a way to be able to sort bullshit out, right? How to get the way to get to the bottom of things, to go to the source. How do you get to the source? Going to the source should be the first step. And how do you do that? And he teaches a course on it, right? Neil deGrasse Tyson does. It's how to navigate information on the web. So it helps you get to the source of whatever topic it is you're trying to get to. You find out that's a Google Scholar. I didn't know Google Scholar was a thing. I learned that on that show.
I just don't like the first word of that sentence.
Neil?
No, Google.
Google.
I like the researcher thing you're talking about. I want that for sure.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
No, because I'm with you on that, dude. I just I guess sometimes I like to pretend magic is real or something. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say it in a stupid way, I guess. You know.
Whatever way makes
wanna
sense.
Believe,
Like just
I know what I'm trying to say is I want to believe the magic.
Okay.
I want to believe the magic.
That would be nice.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So,
I would like to also.
I try to have faith in the magic, and you help me come back to reality.
Okay, no, I would. Hey, I would like to also. I would like to
No,
also.
but one
I
of us
used
needs
to at one time.
One of us needs facts. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to. If it was real, I would like to believe it was real. But I would like to not believe it was real if it wasn't.
Which is why
you see,
this
one of them is a
dynamic works.
delusion, and one of them is not.
So this is what I'll do. I'll try to bring you into fantasy land, and then you help me get back out of it.
Maybe.
Which is cool. So maybe we'll meet in the middle.
Hey, but if it's not fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe there's a way to know that. Because at one point in time, it was considered fantasy for one object to be in two places at the same time. There was even a law in physics. It was a long-standing law, and they found out with the
You're gonna talk about the two places at once theory?
no
Isn't that a thing? Right?
quantum entanglement.
Oh, with quantum physics.
Yes.
Oh, dude, don't freak me
I'm
out.
not
with the
gonna, but
quantum
I'm just
physics,
saying.
bro.
They showed that an object can be in two places at the same time. The same object.
What about three?
I don't know. But so sometimes things that are magical, like something being in two places and teleporting just poop and appearing somewhere else.
Yeah.
They used to be magic, and then they found out that happens in real life, and now that's a part of not magic, that's a part of physics. They know that happens. Right? So it used to be magic, and now it's not. It's science now.
Science
That happens all the time, right? Shit that used to be like magic is fucking. They discover that it's not magic; it's fucking real shit that happens in real life.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just becomes like normal shit. Like what's that movie Bright? Remember that movie Bright?
Yeah.
Yeah. HBO, right?
Wait, is that the one with Will Smith?
Yeah.
No, that's Netflix. I never watched it, but I know it's like
Oh,
it's like some Dungeons and Dragons, like real life shit.
Yeah, real life. Ogres are cops. Elves are super smart, so they're usually big business, right? Lawyers, shit like that, right?
Elves are big business.
Yeah, right.
That's comedy, bro.
Hey, but look, if elves
funny,
were
though.
real in real life, that would be how like normal shit was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there would be an explanation for it, and it would be explained in some kind of science journal, right? It wouldn't be magic anymore. It would be just accepted normal life. Yeah, there's a lot of that happens, and
Is it
maybe
a good movie? Did
it
you
was
like
a good
it?
movie. You should watch it.
Did you like it?
I did, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think nobody wants to watch that. We're kind of bumbling
cars.
idiots, bro.
I saw 2 cars on Friday with the Mason.
That's amazing.
With the Mason fucking sticker on the windows.
Oh,
The same Mason symbol with the G in the middle. 2 of them.
is it the one that I showed you?
I think it was like the actual one. Because there's like one with the G in the middle. It's like the
Okay.
Mason symbol with the G.
What's the one that I sent you?
I don't remember.
Does it not have a G in it?
It might have been. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
It was in the back of where my houses are.
Yeah, I'm still not done with that, bro. We ain't done with that.
Did you see that I sent that? Did I saw that? It was there.
Yeah, we're still gonna go down that road. He
Uh,
might be wrong about a lot of stuff, but he's onto something.
But if you start noticing that, isn't that a sign that you should stop talking about it?
No, because
It sounds like
because
it's
it's exciting for me to believe it's real.
Oh yeah, don't they kill people?
Masons?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have people killed? Do they have people killed?
They hang
Why do you need
out.
that?
They
Why do you
hang
need
out in
that?
the woods and they burn effigies and they.
Why do you need that? Leave these people alone, man. It's a trouble. This is trouble. Why do you
money
need that?
come from, bro? They're running the world, bro.
So why are you talking about them? Leave those people alone.
But yeah, man, I think.
What are you gonna do next? Are you gonna call out the leader of the Crips for a boxing match? What are you gonna do?
Dude,
What the fuck are you gonna do
If
next?
I thought I was a tough guy,
I'm gonna mess with these. What are they? What are they?
Because if I thought I was a tough guy, then yeah, but not anymore, man. I'm over all that shit, bro. I literally am, bro. So over all that
the leader
shit.
of the Crips for a boxing match.
I'm so over all that tough guy shit. It's not even funny. Yeah.
Hey, but so why are you fucking with these people if you think
not.
they're people that have people killed?
No, I don't give a shit about that.
You say you see more of them now? I saw one in the back.
I just thought it was
house.
funny that because somebody pointed out to me too as a joke, but it was just funny to see two of them.
So what does that mean though?
I don't fucking know that
What do you
there's
think it
two
means?
cars with stickers on them. That's what
Why are those cars with that particular sticker there? It has to be for a reason, right? You think they just drive around, go grocery shopping in cars that have that mark on it?
No, I don't know.
That's official business, isn't it? Like a cop car has official business. It has official look to it.
No, I'm sure there's people who are really just a part of that shit. That are just a part of it. That are part
What
of
are they doing?
Freeman. I don't know. They go to a fucking meeting and say, "Hey, we're better than people." Cool. See you next week.
Do you think they're having people killed?
I don't know, dude. I just think it's fun to think they are. I think it's fun to think they're running everything. I think it's fun to think that. Well, it's true that a lot of the presidents are a part of it.
Do you think they're running everything? Do you think they're a very
I don't know,
powerful
dude.
organization?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think there is
Do you think they're
some
a
secret
powerful
shit going on.
organization?
I think there is some secret shit going on. Yes.
So why would you talk shit about them?
Because I don't care. I don't care. I ain't nobody. I'm a nobody, but I don't give a fuck about me. It's like, oh, that's just another crazy dude. This is fucking good. Just another crazy fucking dude. There's another one right here.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, bro. You take an Uber home. You can leave your truck here. If it gets too crazy. No big deal.
Oof. Oh yeah, I will not be taking that truck home. Come back here.
Yeah, beyond that.
Put it right in front of my face. There. It look better like that. I wish we had to still wear
Keep
masks.
it more to your right side if you can.
I wish we still had to wear masks.
There you go. Very beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
No,
Right there.
it was
Look at
better
that.
like this.
It's beautiful.
Right in front of the camera.
Wish we saw
like
to wear
that.
masks.
Yeah. I had some decent masks. I thought it looked cool. I thought I looked better. The more of my face got covered up, the better. I thought that I looked. It was really helping. It was really helping my style.
What do you think?
My self-esteem went up when I got to cover more of my face.
Where do you think we're going, bro?
If I was Muslim, I would have to be a trans Muslim to be able to cover my face up. I think that's the only other way, except for if there's another pandemic.
How do you think this ends up, bro?
I wish I could wear a veil.
How do
all
you think
the
this
time.
ends up?
What, monkeypox?
Just this whole fucking thing, bro. How far do you think this goes?
The talking?
No, the fucking just where we're at.
I don't know.
As a civilization.
I
How
don't
far
know.
do we let the circus act go?
What do you mean we? How far does it go?
How far does
How
it
far
go?
does it go? Because how are we going to change it?
I'm not
All right, you
saying
think you and
us
I go
cha-
vote
no,
for
that's not what I'm
somebody and that
saying.
changes?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
saying before, like, just it breaks. Just everything breaks and it's just chaos.
So, have you listened to somebody like Sam Harris, that the people that map brains? You've seen that they can see what you're dreaming, right? They can make images of it. You've seen that they can do that by mapping the brain, and they're using it where it looks pixelated, and they just have like those pixelate readers, and it maps out generic images of, and it represents what you're thinking. Like you'll see this this stock old man picture, and that's going to represent this, and there's be like different, like like airplanes. You went on a flight, and when you think back to the dream, it will be in line with what was on the fucking screen, the images.
I don't know, dude. Because then you think about Neuralink.
Yeah, but why do you think they got there?
Why they get there?
No, yeah. Like, how did they get to that point where they could do that? They understand what's going on there.
I have no clue, man. To be honest with you, but it kind of terrifies me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, Neuralink, all that shit.
What is Neuralink?
Neuralink is Elon Musk's brain chip.
He has a brain chip?
He fucking did it. He did like a presentation. It's not even like a secret.
He did a presentation about a robot. It was a skinny dude with a
it's
with
a
fucking
white he did it on a
costume
pig,
on.
bro. He did it on a pig, and I think even a monkey. They put the fucking brain chip on there, and they have it all fucking like on the fucking computer screen. They have it like all
Hey, you
mapped
should play
out.
that. Play it.
I wish
wanna
I
see
could
it.
fucking play it. It'd be
Blap,
nice.
blap, blamp.
It would be nice, but whoever's watching not gonna see what we're playing. We have to do it on our own time.
But you
It's gonna
can
be dead
edit.
air.
You could edit it in.
Yeah, well, I'm not that good right now. Wait till I get a producer to help me, and then we'll go down that road. We gotta keep it simple for now until we get there. Let me get some more confirmations from my friend before I start doing all that nonsense. Okay.
All right.
I'd like to be all fucking Mr. Editor, but right now I'm doing everything myself, so it's kind of
No Jamie. No Jamie.
no Jamie yet,
All
but
right.
hopefully in the works. And if so, and if this one comes through, then I'm telling you, it's gonna change the game.
And we should have more people.
Yeah, which is fine. There's gonna be. There's this other device. It's like can have 4 mics on it.
Okay.
But we're gonna step it up for. I want to have all kinds of shit where we can have a bunch of people and all of that. But
Yeah.
there's a friend that's coming to town in the next couple months, and I was trying to have a group of people. And back in the day, we used to have little roast battles where we used to just like to talk shit to each other, and fucking have little rap battles and shit. So I want to have like a little podcast where we're doing that.
A fucking rap battle? Are you out of your mind?
Not like a rap battle, like a
You
fucking,
said a rap
like,
battle.
Like fucking, yeah, I guess a rap battle, but it's
Alright.
more like, it'd be cool. Like throw on a little beat and just have people go back and forth, just like talk shit and fucking, just for fun.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll be there.
Shit like that.
I'll be there.
You don't
It's
have
been a
to
minute.
be.
Yeah, I'm old, man. It's been a minute.
You don't have to be, bro.
My shit's
It's
gonna
just
be
cool. It's all
real
about just
worn out,
chilling and
man.
having a good time, man. That's all
My
it's
shit-
about, dude. I don't give a fuck about anything else, to be honest with you.
Okay. My shit's all worn out though. I'm old,
Yeah,
bro.
you're old man, dude.
I'm old,
That's it.
man. I'm a grandfather. You know that, man? I'm a grandfather.
Are you really now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
But how you feeling over there?
I'm feeling all right. So who would you want to invite, man? If you could bring anybody on, who would you want to bring on?
What, in real life?
Yeah, in real life, what in fucking
In fake life?
God damn me.
I don't know, dude. I like to talk to people who just blow my mind with information, bro. Who like kind of let me see perspectives I've never seen before, or like show me a part of life I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That's how I choose my friends too, man. I guess I say. It's like, not that they're special people, but I like people who are different, man. You know, people who have seen different ways of living life. People have been through crazy shit or seen, you know what I'm trying to say. Not like the normal ass people out there, just, you know,
No.
people have been through some shit. Like I have a friend who's from Egypt, and he came to the States because of Deftones. And he's a crazy fucking guitarist. He lives in fucking San Pedro. And it's just like people like that, bro. Like, bro, you came to fucking the United States because of a band, and he's just so super dedicated on music and all that, and just his life is focused on guitar. Like that to me is crazy. Like not crazy in a bad way, but crazy in that someone is willing to focus their energy on that one thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool to me. I like that. I like special people like that who take chances, who do things outside of the norm.
Yeah.
You know? I like spiritual people. I like people who just look at things differently. You know? It's cool for me, you know? Especially being raised in like a Christian home. Well, not really a Christian home, but being raised like in a church and shit like that. especially getting out of high school, dealing with a lot of friends dying and shit like that. I really went through a roller coaster of learning life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really just started to see myself draw close to people who, the only way I could say it, man, is different.
At what church did you go to?
Spring Valley Assembly of God. It was, it's really pretty close.
Oh, yeah?
That's where I grew up. Yeah.
Why don't you go back there?
I went back once but it was one of the services where they like rent out the service to another type of up and coming church, and like the service was Jesus and money, and I was just like, oh, here we go.
I'll go to a different one.
Yeah, I know.
Mike and I went to a few different churches, and then we found one that we really liked.
I don't want to go to church anymore. I want to. If I was gonna go to church, I'd want to find people who are really in seeking and do it with them.
Hey, but I'm an
away.
atheist, and I was still going with them to the church.
That's not the point. The point is, I want to do it outside of that structure because I think that structure is held to a standard, and you have to meet goals, and you have to do things, and
we were just looking
every Sunday. And
no, we were just looking for the nicest people. That's all.
No,
we were just looking for the nicest people that had. We didn't want any big place where there was a whole lot going on. We didn't want any like weird services where you got to stand up, sit down, stand up, and do a backflip, right? We found one that is it was like paparazzi when we walked in, man. It was pretty dope. Everybody greeted you, introduced themselves, like everybody. Kids were how you doing, Mister Blah blah blah, right? Like it was like that. It was kind of cool. The service was a couple songs, guy talking. Announcements, and then we bounced.
It's not me anymore, man. I would rather just go with 3 homies and go on the top of a fucking big ass mountain or something. Fucking just go read into something and try to figure it out. That's more real to me than that. But it just is to me nowadays.
It was
because that's real to me. That to me is just we're on a schedule. We got to do this every week. You know, some weeks might fall through. Who knows what the fuck he's going through that week?
Yeah.
You know? It's not what it should be, man. It's not a schedule. It's not. And if you look at to what
it is in the Old Testament, it was
Jesus
very much on the schedule.
He's like, yep, every Sunday we are fucking having a fucking
No, the Sabbath was a holy day, and there was an exact time when it
fucking Sabbath.
The Sabbath was a holy day. There was an exact time when it started and an exact time when it stopped. And that highlighted what you were able to do that day. You couldn't lift a finger. And times were important.
You know what the fuck I mean.
But I'm saying I do. Mean, though, and I'm disagreeing. You know I'm disagreeing with the soundness of your premise for that. I'm saying they really did.
I have a time was thing important. Going on about it right now.
Just
church to me right now is hanging out with is getting a group of people together and go.
I get it.
That's what church is to me now.
I get it. I get it.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
We did that. Then we did a little run for people with disability. Because I was just we just wanted to get out and meet with people. We thought it was going to be people from the church. But it was actually mostly the exact opposite of people from the church.
Too many distractions.
I don't know. It was nice. Everybody there was nice.
You're gonna laugh, but if I was to go to a church to meditate, so to speak, it would be a Catholic church. Just because.
Yeah, that's what we went to.
Just because of the artwork and stuff. Just because it's for me, it would be to focus on that stuff to help me meditate.
We ended up at an Episcopal church.
That's it. That's the only reason. It's just because when I was in Boston, I went with my dad's neighbor to this Catholic church in town just to go, bro. And I was brought to tears a bunch of times, bro, just because of I don't know, man, just the artwork, and because I'm focusing on when I see the artwork of what's going on, I'm trying to focus on what was going on in that.
Did you really cry?
Yeah, I'm not lying, bro. I'm being 100% honest. I don't know. It kind of, I don't know. It just brings it out of me.
Okay.
It does, bro. I don't know. I kind of look at it from a real. I don't know. It's real to me. So.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm just being real with you.
I know.
Is all I'm not
saying
backing out
that.
of the I'm just trying
I'm not.
to tell
I
you
didn't
where
say
I'm at.
anything.
You're fine.
I'm not.
You're fine.
Well, I didn't say
I'm just
it.
saying, bro. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, is that at that moment I was I was brought to tears. I was brought to fucking tears.
I
just because what that means to me in that moment and realizing,
and I just wanted to make sure that that was actually what you had said, because I thought that's what you had said. I just needed.
But to be honest with you, dude, nowadays a lot of dumb shit brings me to tears, and I don't know why, and I don't know what the fuck it is.
You getting old? Are you getting old?
I don't know what it is, man. Like dumb
how old
shit.
are you? How old are you?
35 now.
Yeah, you know what? You're calming down, man. You're calming down.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the tough
What's wrong
guy
with that?
shit,
What's
I don't
wrong
want to be
with
a fucking tough guy anymore.
No, why?
I don't
You're too
think
old
I
for
am
that shit. You're gonna go to jail, lose out on all that money, have to pay all those fucking.
I just want everyone to be good. I want everyone to succeed.
Just
I
fly
want
under the
everything to be
radar,
good,
man.
bro.
Keep your head low.
I wish
Keep your head
everyone
low.
could get what they dream, but
Yeah.
That's all I want, man. I just want to figure out what the fuck is the problem.
Yeah.
What is wrong? Let's fix it. Really, isn't that what everyone wants?
No, some people want to tear it all down.
Though? Do they really?
Hold on. Don't act like you don't understand that exact ideology, and you even believe in it. You agree with it. You just don't realize it. Dude, in the army, the average joker that gets in trouble all the time at school goes into the Marines, and what do? They break him down and then build him up stronger, right? That's what they do. They break them down and they build them up stronger, so they're better off for it, right? And you have no problem with that. You think it's an effective way to build a more emotionally and mentally fit human being. But when it gets applied this way, it's something else. What? You already agree with it. You understand the logic behind it.
That's just believing
your bias is
and
working there.
That's just believing in good and evil.
Yeah, but your bias is working in there because you agree with the exact same thing working here, but you don't agree with it working here just because you don't like the people. Just because you don't like these people, you don't want them to be able to do something that you are able to do.
Then that means that we agree on good and evil.
And you're being a bad guy right now.
For what?
Because you're saying it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for them to do it.
What?
To do the exact same thing.
That's the exact same thing of what?
Tearing it down and building it up better.
Tear down what, though?
So
what am I trying to tear down?
So the analogy was you agree when the military does this for their soldiers. So the people come in there, they emotionally break them, and then they build them up stronger.
I didn't ever agree with any of that.
You don't think that? Do you think that does not happen?
I say they do that. Yes, they do do that.
Is it effective?
It's effective.
All right. That's the same concept that these people that
so
want to tear it all down.
But so is killing a motherfucker to get rid of a problem. That's effective too.
Yeah, but the same concept.
So killing you to get rid of a problem is effective.
No, right? But that's a different concept.
I'm sick of you. Boom, you're dead.
That's effective, a different concept. This is the exact same one. Now, I
don't get the point you're getting at, though. I guess I'm just not understanding your point.
So people that want to tear it all down.
Okay, which I do. Okay, I do agree with you.
Yeah, they're.
But I'm trying to be optimistic in a way because I look at everything from a good and evil perspective.
Okay.
And then if you're agreeing with that, that means that there's an ultimate good and there's an ultimate fucking evil. Then what are those sources?
So what does an ultimate mean? What does
ultimate
that mean?
means
You can't
there's
get
a
any
source
more
of
evil.
Each. There's a source of each.
Oh, there's an origin.
Of each. In my opinion, there has to be. Has to originate from somewhere. Has to. Where'd it come from? Where'd evil come from, bro? Had to originate from somewhere, and good had to originate from somewhere. Where was the breaking point?
Okay, so
define evil. That's only.
Right, so let's answer
that's what I'm saying. That's only if we agree in good and evil.
No, so we have to go through.
If it's just a construct or whatever, it's if we do agree that there's good, and we do agree that there's evil, then what are the sources?
Okay, so here's how we get there. First, we have to define what everything is we're talking about. Okay. We have to get on the same page, right? Okay. So we have to start with what do the words that we're using mean?
Okay.
Right? So when you say evil, what do you mean by evil? Give me a definition of evil so that I know.
Killing a baby's evil.
Okay.
There we go.
That is an example. That's not a definition.
Like, hey, here's a baby. Boom, dead.
That's an example. That's not a definition. I need a definition. Something that describes it. Give me something that describes it. We know what the word is. We need the description. the word.
The suffering of others for pleasure.
Okay.
The suffering of something for gain, or the suffering of something for pleasure.
Causing suffering.
Causing for pleasure.
Intentionally causing suffering?
Intentionally, yeah. Intentional cause.
Okay.
Okay. Somewhere around that, I just can't explain that feeling of those words I'm trying to say.
Intentionally causing harm.
For fun, gain, pleasure, anything, knowing what you're doing.
Okay. In the Bible,
not
Bible,
accidentally, but
in the Bible, God was mad at everybody screwing around and breaking the rules and doing things they weren't supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So he drowned everything on the planet.
Yeah.
He drowned the little dogs and the kittens. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you think that drowning is harm or not. I would consider it harm.
Yeah.
And the bunnies didn't do anything. And then there was babies. It was a global infanticide.
Yeah,
it was a global infanticide because their parents were doing bad things, and so all the babies had to die. Also in a flood, and that was the good thing. That was done intentionally.
But
that was done intentionally.
This is if you're thinking that
is that not evil? Isn't that evil? Who did that?
But this is
how do you fix that?
And this is you
how
thinking
do you
that
fix
I think
that?
every word of
how
that
do you fix
is
that?
right, and all those actions were the correct thing.
So that's just a story.
I don't know.
Okay, well, if it's right, that means your definition of evil describes what God did there. So you have to fix that.
No, I hear you with that, bro. Believe me, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
On that. I'm trying to figure that out too.
So I ask Sammy questions all the time.
This is you trying to dude, I'm not aware word for word. I just don't know. I don't know. But I will tell you right now that I do feel the truth is in there somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't know either. That's why I ask the questions, and then I will listen for the answer.
I don't think the fucking world is flat. I don't think the world's the fucking dome.
I don't expect
think any of that. I don't think it's word for word, because I do know there was books taken out. There's all kinds of shit we can go back and forth with.
Dude, we have the internet. We have a whole week. We have a whole week to find that out. Write that shit down and find that out.
There's just like, you know how. Okay, I hope I'm saying this correct, but you know how like in movies there's like a story, right? There's like the good guy, bad guy. There's like an archetype of a story, I guess I'm saying. Like there's always like, I guess people say that there's only like 3 stories told over and over and over again, or something like that. It's always the same fucking story told over and over again, just different ways. Like good guy, bad guy, all that kind of shit or whatever. So maybe it's like that in perspective, that like in the ultimate is the truth, but in that whole biblical sense, like it got kind of, parts got fluctuated.
So obviously there was no flood.
Somewhere, all
right, let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you how I square it, right? Let me tell you how I square it. So there was a culture, an actual culture of actual Jewish people, and they had actual stories, and these stories, just like movies like Forrest Gump portrayed actual events from the era with messages that conveyed a point. These were very religious stories of examples and shit like that, right? Like, hey, you should emulate this because of these reasons. And so these things aren't factual like they happened, but it was a part of their actual history, because it does go back to lessons and what they valued and how they expressed it from way back then, right? So those are true. This is how they thought was a good way of dealing with something, was like this, and honor was important, and all these things, right? Like your word is your bond. Those are in there because those were things that they were aware of, and they were valued in those stories because they were valued in the culture. So you learn actual stuff from those, even though the stories themselves aren't true, right? Entirely. Like Forrest Gump, right? The ping pong scene's my favorite because that was a real event that happened, and it unified China and America, because we weren't speaking, because communist China, right? We weren't on speaking terms, and the Olympics and that event got us on speaking terms, and that's why it was in the movie, because it was a pivotal part of the era in real life, but they had a fake character involved there. It was a good movie. But you see what I'm saying? So there was truths that you can get from these stories, and it said a lot about the people of the era. But the stories themselves weren't 100% factual.
Yeah.
But they taught lessons. Is that bad? Here's why. Now look, let me come at you not like an atheist, but as a person that wants you to believe in God. Right? In the Bible, it says that Jesus spoke only in parables, right? Remember that part in the New Testament?
Yeah.
What you remember what book that was in?
Was it in the Gospels or was it in the later books?
Like Acts?
Yeah. Like Acts, Philippians, Ephesians, or something like that.
I can't remember. But he talked only in parables, right? So that was the thing that he did. And then the reason why he did it was because the people had to come to him to get the answers. So he spoke to him, he gave him a parable, and then to understand the parable, the people had to go to Jesus. So it was a way to speak a big truth that made people have to come to you to get the answer. So it drew people in. So that he only talked in metaphors, right? Well, if Jesus is God and God only talks in metaphors, then of course the stories in the Old Testament are going to be metaphorical stories. Why the fuck would you think they're real? The earth didn't flood. It's obviously a metaphorical story.
Is it possible that the whole world is one continent and it's only because of certain levels of the world and where the water level is, it shows that we got different continents?
No.
But technically, if you go all the way down to the bottom of the abyss, of the complete bottom of the ocean, there is a bottom somewhere, everywhere, right?
Do you know what that is?
No. Just a question. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, look on a map, right? Map of the Earth, and you have the hard nugget center, right? That's where all the densest metals are at.
I guess my question is, if there was no water on the world,
yeah, we'll get there.
Would it be?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We're gonna start in the middle and go out, right? So the planet is a construct of gravity. Right, and so the heaviest elements are in the middle, and there's all this motion, and so it's hot. They're molten, right, and magnetic, I guess, doing their thing. Right outside of that is the mantle, and this is a bunch of lava. It's molten rock, and it moves with these convection currents because it's like a treacle, right, a real thick viscous liquid, and so. If you heat up honey, it'll do the same thing. There's convection currents, and those are what the plates that cover the Earth move around on. There's oceanic crust, and it's more dense than continental crust. Continental crust is less dense because it's like silicates. So when you have a less dense material sitting in a viscous liquid next to a more dense material, what are they going to do in that liquid? One is going to sink more than the other. The other one's going to sit higher up, right? Because of gravity and buoyancy. So oceanic crust is low and the water sits on it, which is why it's oceanic crust, because the water, gravity, will pull it to the lowest point, the center of mass, which would be the lowest points on the planet. And since this kind of rock is dense, it's going to sit lower, so always going to be covered with the water. And then the rest is lighter, so it sits higher, so it's going to sit above the water. And then there's always rubbing, right? Because the mantle is moving around, it's moving the plates around, so they're just kind of sliding around on the mantle. That's what causes earthquakes, tectonic plates, that type of shit.
Shit's crazy, man.
Eh?
I just.
You don't remember that from high school, man?
Dude, I don't remember a lot of shit from high school, bro.
Dude, that was high school, bro. That was high school.
But it's just like, are you smarter than a
how
fifth grader?
how high are you?
This is me normally every night, so this is fine.
I can't believe, dude. I'm pretending like I'm all right, but I'm.
No, that's fine, dude. Because now we're starting to get into some stuff. So, but I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to figure out how we fucking get here, bro. It's crazy.
Okay.
I mean, that's a big question. You know, that's not really something you could just ask and figure out real quick. But it's just like,
You want to go back to before there was humans and start from there? Or you want to start right when like there is no defining line that separates like absolute humans
where
from
did fucking love come from? Where did fucking, you know, where did wanting to take, I don't know, dude. I don't get where like any of this shit we've developed comes from, bro. As a species, if you look at all the species on the world, all the animals and all that shit, it seems like they just have a routine, you know, like a natural routine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was hounded into them generation after generation for eons. Evolutionary theory, there's a part of evolutionary theory that explains exactly how that got there.
I know, I don't know, dude. It's just something seems...
It's the natural warfare between the animals that can evade or defend against the animals that attack.
Seems like there's a part of the story that's not there.
There's a lot of it that's not there, but there's a lot of it that is there, and they have good reason for saying that it should be where it is.
I just don't think it's that simple.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And I think consciousness has a lot to do with it. I think
What is
consciousness is the key.
What is it, though?
Exactly. And I think consciousness is the key to everything.
Okay, so give me a definition for consciousness.
I don't know, but I think that's the key.
So, okay.
Like, just us knowing that we're here, dude, I don't know. Like,
You don't think that's a brain state? You don't think that's a brain state?
No, because I feel like if it was,
I
feel like if it was, we wouldn't even know we were here.
Okay.
It would be like we wouldn't even know because it wouldn't. Cause
You know how you can tell? Let's pose that question right now. Somebody already did that, as a matter of fact. Philosophy bitches.
I don't think you can
Philosophy
know.
bitches.
I don't think you can know, bro.
Yes.
I don't think you can know. I don't think you can tell
Ergo
conscious.
cognito sum. Well, I think that's what it was. That was I think, therefore I am. You heard that before, right? You know what that means? You know what the story is behind that? You know what that means? I think, therefore I am. That question had been asked like, fuck, when was that? Oh my God, that was a long time ago. All right, so this guy says, okay, how do you know anything? How do you know your brain isn't just in a dream state, right? How do you know you're not in a matrix? How do you know reality is reality at all? You could not be anything. You could be totally imaginary right now. How do you know if you are anything at all? If anything is anything, how do you know that? He answered it. I think, therefore I am. If you're having this discussion, if you are capable of doubting whether you exist or not, you at least are having a thought. To doubt your own existence is a thought. That means there's at least a thought there, so there has to be a thinker, right? So if you think, therefore you are. If there's a thought, there has to be a thinker. So why don't you start with that? So what is this thinker? The best explanation for what it is a meat sack Homo sapien named Jason sitting on the couch right now. You see how far have we come? That's super simple shit.
It's deeper than that, bro.
Okay, how deep you want to go?
Deeper, bro.
How deep you want to go?
I know it just seems like it could be so simple like that, but it's not. And I think we're just too stupid to understand.
Oh, that's probably 100%.
Far beyond our comprehension.
So far, but I think if we tried to find that out, we might figure something. We might be less dumb than we are now. I bet if we put like 10 minutes into it, we'd be so much smarter than we are right now. We wouldn't be smart. We'd be just less dumb. We'd be so much less dumb than we are right now.
Actually, I don't even want to.
10 minutes between this and next week. How hard is it to put 10 minutes in and learn like one more thing than you knew before?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking pain. It's pretty easy. All this talk about we're gonna look into shit. Let's do it. Neil deGrasse Tyson teaches a class on how to surf the internet and sort out good information from bad information. I think that might be a good place to start, to have a method that we can apply so we can intentionally let other shit in if we wanted to, but we would at least know that would be outside the method. How about that? You need a method, man. You need a fucking methodology, bro. Keeps you on track, keeps you on point, so you aren't just flapping all over the place. You get to the end of where you want, from where start to finish.
It's just
it's
just
good
hard,
study
but
habits.
I know it's hard too because you got to think about it. Like everything you're told, like everything is a study. It's like all of a sudden everything is a study now.
Yes,
you know?
it's good study habits make smarter students.
But with the continuous information flow, how do you keep up with the study?
Oh, woe is
when
me.
you got a job,
Look at first world problems, motherfucker. I'm learning so hard it hurts.
That's what I was trying to. That brings me back to the fucking beginning of this conversation about telling you that the only reason why we have the right to fucking even bitch about anything is because of excess.
That's a first world problem if I ever heard
because
one.
we're not worried about, oh my god, do I have to eat this fucking rat or fucking give my kids this fucking half a fucking tail to fucking eat tonight? Like, that was like normal shit back in the day, bro. Dude, not eating for days and shit like that. Yeah. No one was worried about, oh my god, my fucking right. Like, bro, like, can I eat today?
So take
please?
advantage of it. So take advantage of it. Not only do you have the ability to do this, because all of that has been taken away, all that plight. Your life is so much better than everyone else's throughout history, right? Honest to God truth, we live in the best time to live.
True, bro, and it
if you look at centuries, each century,
bitch about shit I shouldn't.
So that gives you all this free time to do this other shit. What are you going to do with that time?
Do this
right? Are you going to
shitty
just
podcast and talk about nonsense?
Okay, but then you were like, well, you know, la-di-da.
And you're gonna make fun of me about a fucking map I'm trying to figure out. It's just a fucking idea I was trying to figure out.
I love the map idea.
Fucking map.
I wasn't trying to make fun of you.
But dude, it'd be dope, bro, because I think we would figure shit out, especially when we're looking at the map. We're like, bro,
great, we're gonna green screen it.
Pepe Sylvia, you know?
We're gonna green screen it. We could even real time it, bro. We got a tablet we could connect it to.
It's gonna be good. I just once my friend, my Jamie gets involved.
Dude, we should use the map. We should use the map he used. We should use that as the background.
Because he already looked. He's like,
it's always sunny.
I'm gonna fix all your shit.
Nice.
No, he's good, man. He's fucking really talented, dude. And just the fact that he reached out to me, like, made me a little excited because I'm like, thank God.
Dude, I thought you thought the shorts was a stupid idea.
No, it's a good idea.
I thought it was such a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's just, dude, you gotta understand, like, everything I'm doing right now, is all my first time.
Yeah.
You know everything's all my first time, dude. And I just threw this all together that first week. Like, I was like, fine, let's do it. Let's just fucking do it then.
Yeah.
And then we'll build upon it.
I can't believe you did that.
I don't give a fuck if it sucks forever. I don't give a shit, dude. Like I said, this isn't